Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are rebuilding the Brooklyn Nets until we win an NBA championship. Trying to get this franchise, their first championship in their whole, Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are rebuilding the Brooklyn Nets until we win an NBA championship, or whatever I want to title this video, because I feel like the Brooklyn Nets are now an interesting team, after not trading any of their big players, like people, maybe teams that have interest in, like Michael Porter Jr., probably the guy that, teams have most interested on their team. He was having, all-star season, even though he didn't make the all-star. He was having an all-star season, averaging 25 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Obviously an elite shooter as well. A lot of teams were interested in him. The Warriors were like the main team, but apparently they weren't that interested in him. I feel like Nick Claxton would have some teams definitely. Day'Ron Sharpe is probably a guy. Maybe some other guys on the team as well. They have made some small moves, obviously. Like they got some wings like Josh Minott, Ochai Agbaji, from the Raptors and the Boston Celtics. They did make some moves, I guess. But, they had Haywood Highsmith. They went ahead and cut him. But, not many trades to be made. But the reason why this team didn't go in like trading, half their players in this team is because they want to be good next year. They weren't that interested in trading MPJ to the Warriors or whatever team. I feel like if they wanted to trade him, he'd already be off the team. But they want to be good next year. As we all know, they don't own their first-round pick at 22-7. Their pick actually goes to the Houston Rockets. They made a trade to get, their 2025 pick and their 2026 pick back, which means they won't be having their 2020 seventh pick, which is definitely crucial with a rebuilding team. They're still 15, they're still not very good. So I feel like the Brooklyn Nets have some incentive to be good next year. I mean, we'll see if that's even possible, but we'll probably keep Michael Porter Jr. as well through this whole thing. I mean, we could trade him in the offseason for like somebody better, but MPJ's been good in this video. I kind of want to keep him like how the Brooklyn Nets are doing right now. So your rotation for the rest of the season is going to be Nolan Traore, Igor Demon, MPJ, Danny Wolf, Nick Claxton, Day'Ron Sharpe, Noah Clowney, Zaire Williams, Ochai Agbaji, and Josh Minott. This will be your 10 rotation for the rest of the season. Probably just tank the rest of the season, honestly, and then giving like the number one overall pick to draft like Peterson, or maybe number 2 to draft the Banzer, maybe number 3 to draft Boozer. A top 3 pick is, I feel like, what the Nets are going for at this point, but I'll see y'all at the end of the season as our record isn't going to look very good. Nikola Jokic wins the MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Naz Reid, Sixth Man, Rudy Gobert Defensive Player, Buzelis Most Improved, Clutch Player going to Jamal Murray, Coaching going to J.D. Bickerstaff, Executive going to John Murphy. Here's an All-NBA first team. We're going to skip passes. They're probably not going to be much involved in that at all. But at the end of the season, we ended up being the number 13th seed. So pretty bad, 26 and 56. I kind of wish we were the 14th seed. That was kind of my goal. But I know when you're the worst team in the league, usually fall to 5, because when you're the worst team in the league, you're projected at number 1 pick when you have the worst record, and then you usually fall to like 4 or 5. And I don't want that to happen. So I kind of like at the middle of the pack of these taking teams, 13, 14, and 15. So I can roll up that, honestly. Player stats, MPJ tore his hamstring, so I guess that helped the tank even more. 13 from Demon, 11 from Noah Clowney, 11 from Nick Claxton, 10 from Traore, 10 from Zaire Williams. Like I said, we'll be making some aggressive moves this offseason to potentially be a contender. I'm talking about trading for somebody like a differential star. Like if we can get somebody like that on this Brooklyn Nets team, I think that would be the perfect opportunity for them. As the Pistons and Cade Cunningham win the championship, LeBron James will retire a Laker. Do we have any Nets players retiring? No, we do not. So we're going to head straight into the draft lottery. This is the most important part of this whole process. What pick are we going to have? So we're predicting the 5th overall pick in the NBA draft. Jumping up into the top 3 would be amazing. Like if we can potentially add, like I said, AJ, Peterson or Boozer, while still keeping MPJ and trading for a star, which I think could be a normal possibility. I think that would be a really good thing to do. So I'm going to see what pick we're going to finish with. It's going to fall to 7. That is so disappointing, bro. That sucks so much. Like if you're a Nets fan, that would probably suck so bad. But Matt Clippard's pick obviously is going to go back to Indiana. Gets his top 4 protected. But Damn, that definitely does. So we're gonna fall with a 7. So I'm gonna fix that pick. We're probably gonna keep Jody Fernandez, but man, that hurts so bad. All right, so I fixed the pick heading into draft night. We're projected to draft Darius Acuff is one of them, Keaton Wagler, Mikael Brown. Honestly, Darius Acuff has been incredible in college so far, so I think it would be, definitely interesting if we take him here with this pick if he falls to 7. But I know I took him in a prior video as well. I've taken mainly, two of these guys in the prior videos. But, sense of how good he's playing, I feel like we might have to. Unless, like, let's say Boozer falls, maybe Caleb Wilson falls, we got to take one of them. So I feel like the 4 most best players in the draft are probably Peterson, Boozer, DeBanza, and Caleb Wilson. He's probably the top 4 picks. Maybe Acuff's maybe squeeze in there, but I think he might be 5th at this point. But anyway, with the number 1 pick, the Pacers will select Peterson. So adding Peterson to that core is just insane. The Philadelphia 76ers get 2 and they take Boozer. So that's a great get. They get their power forward of the future they've been looking for. They haven't had like a real starting power forward, like a really good one in him, just Tobias Harris. So they haven't had one in a minute, if you consider him like a really good one. The Thunder, I'm guessing this from the Clippers pick, they take DeBanza, so that's just not fun. The Wizards are going to take Kilbo, so he does not fall, which is fine. Nate Met, somebody I would have been looking for, goes to the Kings, and then Kareem Lopez to the Hawks. So that does leave Keaton Wagler with Mikael Brown and Darius Acuff on the board once again. So I think we got to take maybe Flemings could be somebody that we could take as well. His ceiling is not available, which kind of, scares me. But I think we got to go with probably, there's Koa Pete down here. Don't get me wrong. He's great. I've taken him a lot recently as well. So I feel like we could need a point guard of the future, but I don't know. That's just me. I'm not gonna lie, this all depends who you want to trade for this offseason because, there are some guys I have in mind, and most of them are point guards, I'm not gonna lie. So if we don't want to do that, we could take Flynn, but I guess we have to take best player available. We could replace Cam Thomas with Keaton Wagler, which I guess wouldn't be terrible. We can honestly take whatever. This team isn't set anything for the future. And I think having somebody like Brown or Acuff at the point guard spot for the future sounds pretty fun. I don't know. It just really does. Or you could take Wagler. I think I'm going to go and take Keaton Wagler, though. But I've taken those 2 in the last couple. I'm going to switch it up here and take somebody different. And then you got Cameron Carr, which we might as well go ahead and take him. So 2 shooting guards with the first couple of things. We'll go ahead and take, Joseph Tugler. Fine. We'll take those 3 guys. So do we mess up not taking the other guys? Time will tell. I guess we could see what their overall was. So Wagler to 77, the other guy 76. So no, we'll see. But Day'Ron Sharpe is somebody I do want back as the backup, so I'm going to accept. Zaire Williams and Josh Minot, we're going to decline. Minot's age was pretty good for us, 8 points, 43%. Do we bring him back instead? I think we do. He's playing pretty good for us. He had a bunch of turnovers, dude, but I think we can clean up that. But I think he had a pretty good year with us. We're going to choose him over Williams. Qualifying offers, Ochai Agbaji, someone they got on the door. That's a $13 million qualifying offer that I don't think I'd be willing to extend. That's a little too much. Then free agency, we got Williams, Wilson, Agbaji. I think we don't re-sign any of those guys. Then free agency time. We got Nolan Traore, Ben Seraph. Like I said, I'm not going to rule any other starting point guard for the future. So Igor Demon, Keaton Wagler, Terrence Mann, Drake Powell, and Cameron Carr. So a bunch of 2 guards here that could be traded. We got MPJ, got Noah Clowney, Danny Wolf, Josh Minot, and then Joseph Tugler, then Claxton, and Day'Ron Sharpe. So, there's not many disconfrontal stars in free agency. You could go off for maybe I don't know, Austin Reeves a bag. You could go after Peyton Watson in free agency, which I might have interest in doing for him to be our starting power forward next year. But I think this season we might have to consider trading for somebody to pair with MPJ. Plus, we don't want to give the Rockets a good pick this year. We want to be good. So I think that's what the Nets are going for because obviously they didn't trade MPJ or Claxton. I think we have to trade for somebody here. 3 stars, I think, potentially could be on the move here. Giannis Antetokounmpo, obviously, on the Milwaukee Bucks. They're buying. He's available for a trade. I think we got to at least try to go after Giannis. I don't know if he want to go to Brooklyn. Honestly, probably not. But maybe if we tell him we're trying to build over here, Maybe he considers it. Who knows? But I think he might have the final say where he wants to go. Kawhi Leonard, somebody could be on the move as well. He's available for a trade. I just think he'd be a little too old right now, unfortunately. He just really goes down a lot of overalls in 2K. Bam on a buyout potentially as well if you want to go after somebody like that. But I feel like he has to have an actual superstar here. So I'm looking at LaMelo Ball in the Charlotte Hornets. I think he'd be a great fit here if we want to go for it next year, try to be good at least. And then Ja Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies, is somebody I also like as well. So one of those guys would, both be stars potential. Well, I don't know too much about LaMelo Ball and the Hornets, though, but I do know Ja Morant will likely get traded this offseason. Hornets are kind of building something special right now, so I don't really know if that'll be possible. And then, some other guys potentially, like, honestly, maybe like if you want to take a shot on Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson could be somebody on the move, but I just don't know if him and Nick Claxton would make the most sense. We can add shooting around them, so you can play small forward, and then actually, yeah, we have MPJ at the other forward spots. We'd have shooting around them, honestly, and Claxton can shoot a little bit. Sharp can shoot a little bit as well, so that could work. So, like I said, there's some guys that would make a lot of sense here. Booker. Maybe but he's untouchable, which makes sense. But who knows? I'll try for mostly everybody I just mentioned. I'm not gonna lie. Also, maybe even Joel Embiid, but he's obviously untouchable. We all know Ja Morant's value might not be that high at all, after releasing at the deadline. So I think, like I say, getting him for cheap makes a lot of sense here, while keeping MPJ and the rest of the core we have. I'm going to offer them Terrence Mann. I would love to keep Jari. I know he's been playing pretty good in real life, but it'll have to be in the trade. Some other value like Noah Clowney, and then potentially trade like a first-round pick on top of that. We might even trade this pick swap. I mean, we might as well. It's probably not going to be our pick, but I'll keep it, and then we'll trade this Knicks pick, which has no value. Like I said, we don't know what Morant's value will be, and I'll trade this swap worst with the Mavericks or something that includes Dallas. I'll trade my future. Well, honestly, will this be enough for John Morant just as it is? It will not be. Okay. Honestly, I don't think 2K compares to real life at all, obviously. So the value, they're not going to accept anything for a job. So we could throw like another player in there, I guess. Like Drake Powell could trade one of the rookies, Cameron Carr. I kind of wanted to keep him, but he could be thrown in there as well along with the second-round pick. They agree. Just like that, Ja Morant. Welcome to the Brooklyn Nets. We now have you with Ben Seraph. I would love to keep Chari, but we had to do that. We could probably move Demon a backup point guard unless Seraph develops into a backup point guard. We'll figure it out. But we got that going for us. Part of me wants to sign, we need a backup forward potentially. Maybe Drake Powell could be that for us, but I don't know. But like I said, we don't have to do everything this year, obviously, but they're trying to make more moves to be good. So if there's someone who could sign, I don't think we have that much cap space anymore yet. So Ja Morant absorbed mainly all of it. So like a backless small forward that we can sign. Unless Drake Powell will really be the 3-and-D small forward off the bench that we need. 74 overall there. I mean, I'll have to see player progression. I don't know how much he develops. I kind of forgot. So, Minot and Wolf is okay. I don't love it at all. I don't love it that much, but we're going to have to roll with that, and we might need to sign a small forward that I kind of want to do. Maybe move MPJ to power forward. I want to sign a forward who wants to reach. So Lou Dort is here. Obviously, the Thunder won't be able to afford him, or probably hard to sign. That are two really good role players that'll be on the market, like Williams, Justin Champagnie, and Dean Wade's pretty nice, but 27 years old, still fits the timeline. There's Rui here, but if you want to add more defense to this team as well, like Javonte Green, Jalen Hall is being here. I didn't notice that, but since he'll never be a free agent next season, I don't know why it's even a thing. I guess they cut him, but I would have been just signing Lou Dort. So Lou Dort, like a 3-year deal, bring him in with the buy exception, final exception. So we'll bring him in. He'll probably be our backup small forward to MPJ, or we can start moving to small forward. Either way, him and Drake Powell have a role next year, and then we can hope this team. I really like Clowney's fit at power forward. We might be starting MPJ at power forward now, so don't be surprised if we do that. Going up 2, MPJ going up 1, Claxton going up 1, Demon going up 4, Dort going up 1, Wolf going up 1. You got Minot going up 2, Seraph going up 4. So like I said, I never really developed Ben Seraph into a rotational player, but if he can develop into one now, That would be great. So, given some of the first round picks that they didn't hit on all of them, obviously, but giving those guys opportunity seems like the most smartest thing in the world at this point. As I'm going to do something like that, and they'll put in this 2027 draft class. Like I said, it won't be involved in the draft class, unfortunately. Which this apparently draft class is like really weak, so I'm not really too mad about it, honestly. The power ranking lands us 10th. Okay, it's a playing spot. Running a balanced system. Let me fix the starting five though. Rotation heading into this season is going to be John Morant, Igor Demon, Lou Dort, MPJ, Claxton, Darren Sharp, Danny Wolf, Drake Powell, Josh Minot, and then Keaton Wagler's your 10 man. They brought D'Lo back to the Nets again for the third straight year. That's crazy. But yeah, move Drake Powell to small forward. He'll get playing time. And I do like the starting five. It's not perfect. I like Claxton and MPJ. MPJ, not the best defender, but his shooting will fit well next to Claxton. And then honestly, I feel like now I don't know if Demon is a good defender to pair with Ja. I know Dort is obviously an elite defender, maybe even a little too elite, but it's a B minus. It could work, but I think Wagler should be the long-term offset shooting guard. So, and then obviously D'Lo really shouldn't even be here, but that'll be fine with us. I'll see you guys at the end of the season, even at the deadline. I mean, we'll see. Your MVP, Darren Peterson, Rookie of the Year, Jalen Green, Sixth Man, Defensive Player, only most improved going to Jace Richardson, Clutch Player going to Jalen Brunson, Coach going to Mitch Johnson, Aaron Phillips, your Executive, NBA Cup MVP going to Luka. Here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. We had John Morant making this week. Might be back how he once was. We ended up being the number one seed in the East, which is just absolutely insane. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, we definitely won't be giving a lottery pick to the Rockets. So, and we took it, we went with it, and we made the playoffs. 29 from John Morant. So yeah, we definitely got getting him for relatively cheap, honestly. Sounds incredible. 19 from Yegor Demon at the 2. So maybe he's a long-term option. If he can just become like an elite defender while putting up these numbers, shooting good from 3, I think he'd be a great fit next to John Morant. 17 from MPJ. Role definitely reduced a little bit, but he still was relatively good. 17 points, 42% from 3, exactly what we need him to be for this team. 12 from D'Angelo Russell. He got in 26 games, started in 16. 10 from Darren Sharp, 10 from Minot. So Minot could be a future rotational player for us as well. So he's a throw-in player, I want to say. He was pretty good. 9 from Claxton, 7 rebounds and a block. 9 from Wagler. We had about 6 from Lou Dort as a starter long-term. Shot 31% from 3. So if we can move Lou Dort to the bench next season, get a real starting forward, I would love to do that. 6.5 from Seraph. I'm guessing he was hurt the whole season, or he might have just not got it. I don't know. 6 from Danny Wolf. He's right now out 1 or 2 because of the high ankle sprain. 6 from Drake Powell. What did he shoot from 3? Is he a future 3-and-D player for us? I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. He didn't really shoot that great from 3, Chris Murray. So definitely still some questions on this team, but maybe this team is ready to win a championship. Who knows? I'm going to run an 8-man rotation, drink the bench position down to 25 because we are probably ready to win now. We'll see. All right. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1. Obviously, a much more experienced team. I want to do a rebuild of the Cavaliers where we sign LeBron James. That's one thing I want to do because, kind of everybody's talking about it. I want to do that within the next week. So we are going to go ahead and beat them at 7. So we beat an experienced team at 7. Now in the second round, still fully healthy, or I guess not. MPJ has 2 injuries, but they're going to play through them. So that's MPJ right there. So we got the Raptors now. Shed, Barrett, Ingram, Barnes, Pirtle, Grady Dick. Are they missing anybody? They're missing Quickly and Colin Murray Boyle. So 2 really big additions for them. So Quickly will be out 1 to 2 weeks. Murray Bowles will be out 1 to 2 weeks. So he'll probably come back in this series. But against the Raptors, we are going to sweep them. So I don't think they even came back. But they did. We still swept them. Now we got the Knicks in the conference finals as we basically remain healthy. Demon's dealing with back spasms, but MPJ is fully healthy. We're basically guys that fully healthy. But the Knicks, on the other hand, Brunson, Mikal, OG, Hart, Cat. This is probably probably one of the best teams in the East. We got Kashad Johnson, dunk contest legend here. But yeah, we'll see if we can beat the Knicks. Game 1 will go to us. Game 2 will go to us. Game 3. Wait, are we doing this? Could we beat them at 5? Could we beat them at 6? Yes, are we about to do this in year number 1? We are in the finals. We got to freaking think about this for a minute. And as I say that, Claxton and MPJ both get hurt, bro. That is just so unlucky. when did MPJ get injured? He just get hurt. He got hurt. So we actually beat the Knicks without MPJ, which is insane. We beat him without MPJ in that game 6. And then Claxton sprained his foot in this game, the last game we played. But he's only day to day. MPJ, on the other hand, fractured his hand. He's out for the season. So that might just end the season off just like that, unfortunately. But it was a great season, I can't lie. Sharp, honestly, isn't a bad starter. Like I said, he's averaging 13, 10.5 in the playoffs, which is starting level numbers. And Minot is, I don't know. We'll have to see, though. The Mavericks are, though, have Nimhard, Christie, Flag, Washington. I really think we could beat this team. The only reason why the team was good is because of Cooper Flag, obviously. Like, they don't even have Kyrie Irving. He's injured. So I completely forgot about him. He tore his hamstring in the Minnesota series. He's going to be out for the season. So game 1, we'll go to them. Game 2, we'll go to them. Game 3, we'll go to us. Can we tie the series back up 2-2? Like I said, win, lose at this point. Make it to the finals is just crazy. Like, I don't know if the Knicks will have that big of a turnaround, but it'll be interesting to see what they do this offseason. We are going to tie the series back up 2-2. This game is not – series is not over. 27 from Morant, it's probably just him carrying the scoring load. It definitely is. Goodness. Okay. He's averaging 38.5 in the playoffs. This is the job we all know and love. Maybe even better. Demon, we still have scores. Definitely still have scores, which is a good thing. So Claxton has returns. That will give us, obviously, another center that we can rely on in the starting 5. So we'll take Nick Claxton back 100%. MPJ, I wish you were here playing with us right now, but unfortunately, you are not. Who's gonna go 3-2 in this series? Big game 5 here. As so far we have the lead. Let's hold on to it, and we are gonna hold on to it. 137 to 114, 60 from Ja freaking Morant. They cannot guard him, bro. 30 and 10 from Demon. I mean, this ended up being a great trade. He's averaging 40 in the playoffs, basically. So we're up 3-2 now. This will be our chance to win the NBA championship, man. So we're going on the road to Dallas with a lot of momentum on our side. And it's a close game right now. We can still win this game, though, 100%. We have the lead. Can we run away with this, though? And I think we are. I think we got it. We do. And just like that, without Michael Porter Jr., we're going to win the championship and take down the Dallas Mavericks. So that is incredible right there. We win the championship in our first year. I was not expecting this. You guys expecting this? I definitely wasn't. So, this changes a lot right here winning a championship. So, Ja Morant is him, and we ended up getting it done. That is insane. I did not expect that to get done so fast, bro. But I guess maybe the Nets could have that big of a turnaround. Who knows? We won without MPJ, though. Like, I don't know if that's crazy. We probably would have swept them with Michael Porter Jr., but I still want to upgrade his team in the offseason. I still want to get a better start than Lou Dort. He was okay in the playoffs, not nothing crazy, but I think if we get somebody better at that position, we look a little bit better there. And I got somebody in mind, but I think he would take a lot. But I think we have the assets to pull it off. So heading into the draft lottery, though, we are going to be projected. We don't have a pick. Our pick goes to the Rockets. So actually, we have pick 30 now because I guess it was our swap worst or whatever. But anyway, we have pick 30. We have 26 and 30. The Rockets don't have our pick this year, or was it like? Oh, I mean, I guess not. I don't know. But anyway, or I don't know. I'm not quite sure. We have the 26th and 30th pick. I'm not going to go all in depth to try to figure that out. We're obviously, these Knicks pick that we got from the Mikal Bridges trade aren't going to be good because, it's the Knicks. And then, we literally just played them in the playoffs. So, Fernandez, you probably deserve an extension. But we have pick 26 and 30 in the draft. I'm looking going to see if I can probably package these picks up in a trade. We don't need probably some more rookies this team. I think we definitely could, but before or after draft night, I'm going to see if I can pull something off. Do it, but I would absolutely love to add Jaden McDaniels to this team. He'll be another big wing for this team. This one could actually play a lot better defense than MPJ. He didn't have the best season for the Timberwolves, and he's making a lot of money. So would they be willing to trade him? Possibly. I think he'd be probably one of the most valued 3D wings in the NBA. So that's what probably costs a lot. This would cost 26, 30, and probably another future first-round pick on top of that. So this is a lot to give up. I mean, maybe we just take out one of these first and we throw like another one. Like I said, this is a contending team we're talking to. So it's going to be really tough to make a deal with them. So I would honestly trade, obviously a bunch of second-round picks and probably a pick swap in this deal as well. probably in like 2030. Potentially this is a 2032 pick. So, and then we have to trade some players now, obviously. So, a pick in this draft, I believe that's like pick 20. Okay, pick 30. And then a pick swap with 2-star value, a second round pick, a first round pick at 2031, and then probably something else in here as well. Like maybe we do trade Drake Powell in the trade, Danny Wolf. We'll have to opt into some team options first. So I think I will opt into Danny Wolf's team option and probably trade him or Drake Powell. I mean, we'll figure it out. Go ahead and throw Danny Wolf in the trade instead. Like, I don't know if this will, be possible to even work. I don't know if the Timberwolves will agree to this or not. I'm going to throw everything I could at them to potentially get him. Danny Wolf, because Minot was better, and then, we already have Drake Powell, which he was a rotational player for us, every game in the playoffs and stuff like that. So he will be good. And then, I mean, is this even enough? I don't know. They actually agreed to that, surprisingly. I don't think that was a good enough offer to get Jade and McDaniels, but we'll absolutely take him. Another big wing next to MPJ. And now we're rolling. I'm not going to lie. Now we are rolling. Adding more defense to this team. Lou Dort, we still have him. Honestly, we could have traded him, but yeah, I'm cool with that. We have a lot of wing depth now, which we love. And yeah, we'll definitely take it. We still have a pick in this draft, pick 26. So we got Stefan Joksimovic, which you can go ahead and take him. Sure, I mean, why not, right? And then he'll be a 6'7" shooting guard. 6'7" shooting guard, and he's a 76 overall. So we're going to accept everybody here. Qualifying offers, I'm not going to extend Chris Murray. Free agency, we have MPJ, which obviously bringing it back for cheap is probably a priority for us. So $15 million for 4 years. I wouldn't mind signing him to this if he wants to stick around, and he does. We get him. The Clippers were offering him to. We are going to get him. And then Deion Sharp is somebody I do want back. Just give me a second. So we have a full rotation. We can go with somebody else, a Diabate or somebody, but I think this re-signing Charlotte, he was incredible in the games in the playoffs. In this season, he basically averaged 10 and 10 and a block off the bench as the backup center. He was incredible in the playoffs, dude. A double-double machine, but even better as a starting center. So this is a no-brainer here. Re-signing him for only $9 million for 2 years is great. Then I do want to re-sign Minot as well if I can find him. So it's relatively keeping the team around. I'll re-sign Josh Minot, and then we should have like 15 players in the team. We have 13. So we got John Morant, Ben Seraph, Igor Demon, Keelan Wagler, Stefan Joksimovic. We could move him over to point guard if Ben Seraph doesn't develop, but I think he will. McDaniels, Dort, Drake Powell. We got MPJ, Minot, Tugler, and we got Claxton and Day'Ron Sharp. So I'm actually liking this. We could sign a third-string center, which I think I'll do because I don't really know. Claxton was injured in the playoffs. If that happens, he would need some insurance. So I will go ahead and sign D-Ball Paul for a minimum, and that'll be our offseason. Late progression, we got John Morant going up 1 overall. So yeah, after that insane playoff run, we do have Demon going up 3. Okay, we have Wagler going up 5, Day'Ron Sharp going up 1, Powell going up 2, Minot and Seraph has went up 1 overall, which is fine. But yeah, I'm liking this a ton. This will be, the team will probably go 1 more year after this. But yeah, I'm absolutely comfortable with this lineup in rotation. And probably for the rest of the video as well. I don't know if we own our 2028 pick. I want to say we do, but, winning a championship last season is just incredible. So power ranking lands us second. Running a balanced system under Jody Fernandez. They still want to start Lou Dort. Doesn't make much sense, I'm not going to lie. So I guess we'll divorce now. I don't know why they don't want to start McDaniels. It literally makes no sense. But we'll start him. I'm going to put the voice not starter. So we got Igor Demon, McDaniels, MPJ, Nick Claxton, Wagler, Lou Dort, Day'Ron Sharp. And then last we offered 3 first-round picks to get McDaniels. So I think it was worth it. We'll run like a 10-man and get, Drake Powell and Minot on the rotation, I guess. And then we play Seraph instead of Drake Powell. Maybe we do, which I guess we do need like a backup point guard on the rotation. So injuries will happen. These guys will 100% get in the rotation. But, yeah, I'm fine with this. Also, I want to see if we have our pick next season. What I'm trying to see. So, 2028 pick, it's a pick swap with the Knicks. So, that's interesting. We don't have our own protected pick to 2029. So, the Nets, I guess, have to be good in these next 2 years. They absolutely have to. But I'll see you at the end of the season. Wins the MVP, Cameron Williams, Rookie of the Year, AJ DeBanza, 6th man. But at the end of the season, you got Darius Acuff in Portland. We finished off as number 1 seed once again. So can we go back to back? Well, I guess it's time to see. 64 and 18 on the season. Player stats, we had about 28 from Josh, 16 from Demon, 17.5 from Wagler, 16 from MPJ. Nick Claxton is out 4 to 6 weeks. So that definitely, so he just recently got hurt too. He played all 81 games. Just didn't play the last one. Damn. 8 and 6 from Sharp. I think we'll be good because we have Day'Ron Sharp and then, Paul Reed, I guess, as well. So some center depth. 8 from J. McDaniel, 6 from Minot, 6.5 from Dort, 5-4. Also, did we shoot the ball pretty good from 3? Yeah, I consider this a good shooting season, so I'll take it. Claxton without him will definitely be hurting. Offensive rating, we were number 3. Defensive rating, we were number 1, so definitely have the best defense in the NBA. But here we go, 8-man rotation. In round one, we got the Orlando Magic. So Suggs, Bane, Franz, Paolo, Wendell Carter, Anthony Black, Richardson, Luka Garza, and they are missing Jet Howard. Now, I want to say some other guys as well. Franz is a little hurt, but no, they're not missing anybody. He's not in the rotation. Okay? In round one, we are going to sweep the Magic to play the Indiana Pacers. So I know we're going to run into this team eventually in the Eastern Conference, and they're here. They have Tyrese, Darren Peterson, Aaron Nesmith, Jarris Walker, Zubac, Siakam. They have him coming off the bench. Nembhard, Toppin, Jacoby Walter. They aren't missing anybody either, so this should be tough. Game 1, we'll go to us. Game 2, we'll go to us. Game 3, I guess it won't be tough. We're going to sweep them as well. Is Nick Claxton back? He is, I want to say he's back. He's playing through an injury now. He didn't play all playoffs, but now he's going to play in the conference finals, which is great. Powell also got hurt. I guess he was filling in for Claxton some minutes. But, okay, we now have the Toronto Raptors. So, Quickly, Joe, we beat this team last year, but that was when they were without Quickly and Kyrie Murray-Boyles for some games. They have Quickly at this point, Isaiah Joe up to 2. I think they're missing somebody still, funny enough. Are they? No, I don't think they are. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3, we finally dropped a game. We dropped 2 games. We're up 3-2, and we're going to beat them in 6 to play the Dallas Mavericks once again. So a rematch of last year. This time they have Kyrie Irving, a little bit of a better team. So Kyrie, Mullins, Flagg, Washington, Lively, Collins, DiVincenzo, Gafford, AJ Johnson. So they're prepared. We're prepared. They're fully healthy. We're fully healthy. Time to see if we can beat the Dallas Mavericks. Game 1, we'll go to us. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, we're down 2-1. Leaving up to the 2. So once again, it's a 2-2 tie series here as we're going to Brooklyn again. So will this be a repeat of last year? We're going to beat the Mavericks in 6 again because we're going to blow them out in this one. 120-94. We're up 3-2. So one more win, like I said, and we are NBA champions for the second consecutive year. Making the finals 2 times, like bouncing back. This has got to be the greatest turnaround in NBA history, right? The fact we made it a 3-point game is crazy. Like, look at the fourth quarter comeback. We dropped 37 points, bro. Just one more 3 made, and we are. Oh, McDaniels got the offensive freaking turnover to lose us the game. Honestly, so we could have won. That's crazy. McDaniels got a steal with like 0.8. I guess it wasn't much time anyway, but yeah. The fact that we was able to even come back, man, that's absolutely insane. We definitely came back into that game. Okay, well, time to see if we can go ahead and win this game 7 because this is a huge game 7. Brooklyn, New York, so we're going to see if we can get this done. So it's a close game. We have the lead right now. Just hold on to it, and we're NBA champions. We will hold on to it, and just like that, 127-100. We are back-to-back NBA champions. This time we obviously had Michael Porter Jr., and we got it done once again, back-to-back years. So I think it only makes sense to go for the 3-peat. Let's see if we can go 3 straight years in a row with this team. Is Kevin Durant retiring? Seeing all this, obviously requested a trade from the Nets. But heading into the draft lottery, we probably don't have a good pick or anything. Our pick is gonna go 30 to the Okay, so we're actually gonna have the 15th pick. So it was a swap best with the Knicks. So it's gonna land 15th. The Knicks weren't even that good this year. So we have the 15th pick. They have our pick at 30. So that seems pretty fair. And yeah, so 15th pick in the NBA draft. We'll take it. Like I said, maybe make another trade. I don't really know what trade we can potentially do anyway. So I think I want to keep this team relatively the same as run it back another season. We're gonna extend Jody Fernandez. Honestly, getting 2 at this point, there's an extension. We should have been extended, Juice. We're gonna extend you brand new 4-year deal in your hand, Jody Fernandez. And then with the 15th pick in the 2028 draft, we got a Chinese center. We got Ryan Hampton. I guess we'll take the center. I mean, not to really need it, but we'll take him. You drafted me Jalen Mitchell in the second round. We're gonna accept everybody here. Qualifying offers. I'm not gonna extend Tugler. Free agency. We got Clax, which you obviously want back. John Morant, a no-brainer, and then Josh Minot from some more wing depth. We'll definitely take it. So, okay, we got Josh Seraph, Aor Demon, Wagler, Yao Samovic. We got McDaniels, Dort, and then Drake Powell. We could trade for a backup point guard. Now that I think about it, like if we really need, if Seraph really isn't, the best backup point guard, I don't think he is, unfortunately. I think we use some of the wings that we have, maybe Dort. I mean, we'll just see how player progression looks like first before we decide to do anything. But I'm not gonna sign a free agent. I'm gonna run it back another season. This team is already great. I mean, how get Anthony Black off the if we get somebody like Anthony Black of the Orlando Magic, I'd absolutely love that. He's a good enough playmaker. I think he'd be a great backup point guard for the shot. 36% from three, 24 years old, making $19 million. I mean, I'd like to get him 100%. So we're going to offer Dort Seraph a pick swap. We need like one more small contract in there. I'll go out and do Jalen Mitchell. So they should hopefully be enough for him. I think it will. It is. So Anthony Black, welcome to the team. He'll be our new backup point guard. Reason why we've done this because Drake Powell's up to 81 overall. So hopefully he is good enough to take the Lu Dort role defensively and stuff like that. But yeah, this will be our, play progression. Then I will see you guys most likely, in the rotation. Obviously, I'm going to show you guys the rotation. Season is going to be John Morant, Igor Demon, Jaden McDaniels, MPJ, Nick Claxton, Keen Wagler, Anthony Black. It was a great addition for us. I feel like he definitely fits a defensive mold, this team as well. Drake Powell, Deion Sharp, and that'll be your 9-man rotation, which I feel like is a great 9-man rotation. I will see you guys at the end of the season. It has won the MVP. So that trade at the beginning of the video probably was the best trade we could have made. That's just, bro. Okay, this video has gone nothing but perfect, bro. We went 68-14 this season. Demon also won an NBA Cup MVP. But yeah, John won the MVP. Is like this rebuild went perfect. We had about 30 from John Morant, 22 from Wagler. He's turned to the second star. 19 from Demon, 15 from MPJ. 13 from Stephen, 10 from Claxton, 8 from McDaniels. Anthony Black tore his ACL, and he's out for this season. Only played 26 games for us, so that is so unlucky because we traded for him this offseason, not having available in the playoffs. We definitely traded him to be a backup point guard. The fact that he's not here is just so disappointing. 8 from Shard, center from Minot. So yeah, I guess we brought in Pat Spencer. That's something, but yeah, definitely not having him sucks as a backup point guard. Unless we have Stephen, I guess, move him over to backup point guard if we want to. Which I think I'll do that instead. So Stephen Joksimovic, I'll push him back up to a 79. I don't care. That should be his position. That was his position when it first started. I'm going to move him to backup point guard. He's not going to play anyway, but just in case we get an injury. All right, we got the Wizards in round one. Trae Young, Belil, Cam Whitmore, Caleb Wilson, Sarr, Carrington, Will Riley, AD is still here. But, Trey Johnson's injured for them against the Washington Wizards. We're going to beat them at 5. Guessing he was injured pretty bad because he didn't even return. I guess we get to see the injury. Not that it matters, but he was dealing with pulled lower back muscle. But we got the Atlanta Hawks around too. So, Dyson Daniels, Cody Williams, Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, Azen Newell, Kareem Lopez, Gillespie. All right, against the Atlanta Hawks, we are going to go out and beat them at 5 to play the Philadelphia 76ers. So Maxey, Edgecombe, Wells. I forgot this team did get Cameron Boozer. They got really lucky in the lottery. I think they're actually a couple of games were 500. So the fact that they got that lucky is crazy. I mean, I guess they fell off a little bit, but Game 1, they're going to take. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. We even up 2-2. We're down 3-2 to this Sixers team. So for the first time, I can know why we're injured. I know why we're struggling. John Moran is out with a high ankle sprain in 1 to 2 weeks. So 2 point guards down. He was averaging 37 in the playoffs. We're still going to beat the Hawks without him. But yeah, not having him is just really bad. But yeah, Stephen is the starter. I mean, he is balling out. I'm not going to lie, but damn, man, not having John Morant just sucks right now so bad. And because of that, we're on 3-2. With John Morant, we 100% win this series. I think we all can agree with that at this point. we play Dallas again if we make it. Y'all would love to see what we could do against Dallas for a third straight year. We could beat them maybe 3 times in a row and get the three-peat, but it's a close game right now. We're down, and I might as well hop in and play. We have 3 minutes left. Might as well, right? Would love to have Jao here right now, so we could play with him, but, I mean, like, actually, like, play basketball with him. But why? Okay, Wagler's like the only like scorer we have, so I want him to like get the ball here. So we're gonna get the screen to Claxton. Actually, Claxton has I don't know who that is on him, but I'm just gonna dunk on him. Like I don't that looks like a baby. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. Okay, I don't know who that is. Who's that? I'm actually interested. I think that was Anthony Thompson. That was Anthony Thompson? Okay. Anyway, they're gonna call timeout as we're down by 6. So this game is 100% not right. This is a close game, my opinion. So this game is 100% not over. So if we can get all the stops on defense we need, that would be great. So, all right. So we got can't pass Spencer. We're gonna get the steal. Okay, Nick Claxton with the steal. Do we shoot this with Spencer? I'm not going to do that. MPJ, I was going to pull up with him. I'm not going to lie. But can I get another screen and roll going with Claxton? Maybe we do. Okay, I thought that was stolen from MB, but it wasn't. It was a great pass from MPJ. Ooh, threaded the needle there perfectly. We're now down by 4. As even if they score here, I really think the game is still not over, man. Maxey, Spencer is on him. They're going to step back mid-range. Is no good. Great defense. I'm going to pass the Wagler. Can I get past Boozer? No. They're going to double team switch. MPJ, no. Want to take the layup, but I don't want to do that. Okay, Wells to Boozer. Can I get contests? Bro, why did it make me like, all right, whatever. Did we shoot a 3 here? Bro, I don't know lie. They're shaking my screen right now really badly. MPJ open 3. The tempo is good. And just like that, it's a 3-point game here. Make sure to shoot with MPJ. I do not love Pat Spencer in the game at all right now. There's nobody else who could. Like, I don't know. Pat Spencer on Maxey just seems like really. Like, who's our best perimeter defender right now? McDaniels. I'm okay. I don't think I can put substitutions on right now. Can I? Oh, let me figure it out. Hold on. I think I can. I definitely tried to put Maxey on Jaden McDaniels. I think we can do it. There's another way, but okay. We're gonna get the rebound just like that. We're gonna give it to Wagler, and then we're down by 3. Another screen from MPJ. It's not gonna be there. Claxton, I wish you were a shooter, man. All right, one more screen. Okay. We're going to get time to get the screen and roll. Claxton's going to be open. We're going to dunk it. Okay. Now I know how to go ahead and do it. So, okay, what we're going to do now is, okay, McDaniel's already on him, so I did fix it in the substitution thing. Okay, we're good. This is what I want on Tyrese Maxey literally all the time. And once again, it's going to be a step back midi, and we're going to get the rebound. Wagler, I was about to shoot that, I'm not going to lie, but let's get a screen and fade going with MPJ. It's not going to be there. We're going to give it back to Wagler. I'm going to see if we can just drive past Boozer. It's not going to be there again. Yo, they're playing some good D. Like, I can't. This shaking is absolutely killing me right now. Claxton is no good. McDaniels. Okay, yeah. I don't know who got that putback. Who was that? Because I know it was both of them right there. Okay, that was Nick Claxton. So I was able to get the putback in. We're up by 1 point here. We just came back on these guys, bro. This is only game 6, by the way. Like, they can easily. Oh, okay, that's a good lay. He misses it. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Porter. No, I didn't shoot that. It's crazy because I didn't even shoot that. I tried to pump fake with the stick, but it ended up shooting instead. Yeah, Luda's going to make that over Spencer. Damn it, bro. All right. That is so annoying, bro. But it happened. Okay. What do we do here? I think we obviously just score. We have a baby on Claxton again, and Nick Claxton is just dominating. These pick and rolls are working. I've been able to do it every time against these CPUs. It works every time. That's usually how I've been scoring. So here we go. Okay. Down by 1. We got to make sure we go ahead and get this stop. They're going to give it to Edgecombe, back to Maxey. They're probably going to waste this out for the last shot. Or are they? I'm going to call for a double team. I'm going to put some pressure on Maxey, see what we can do. Okay, they're going to – all right. Edgecombe, pull up 3. No way. He misses it. That is game. No time left to foul. Yo, I was low-key terrified that Edgecombe was going to make that. We're going to a game 7, so we extend the series. All right, game 7 here. I hope I just do all that for no reason. They probably wanted to bench Demon here for Wagler, but we're up so far in this game. And so far, I mean, they're gonna come back into it. It's a 3-point game, 4-point game. We won it. Oh, they make it all the way close to a 1-point game. 30 from Demon, Edgecombe. Maxie made the 3-point shot. No, we won. I don't care. It's all that matters. We won, and just like that, we're in the finals. John Morant, are you back? He is back, and just like that, we'll have the jawbreaker back in time just for the NBA Finals. You absolutely love to see that. And then they wanted to bench McDaniels for Drake Powell for whatever reason, but I mean, sure. I think McDaniel should be a full-time starter, but hey, man, having Anthony Black would have been nice as well. But against Dallas, they have DiVincenzo, Grayson Allen, so interesting backcourt with Flag, Washington, Lively, Justin Edwards, John Collins, Sorber. I mean, somebody has to be injured. Kyrie Irving, yeah, I was about to say, I definitely thought they had some more starters at their backcourt. So Mullins sprained his toe and is out 1 to 2 weeks. He's their second scorer. And then Kyrie Irving has been injured a lot, dude. He's spinal injury out 1 to 2 weeks. So some brutal injuries here, but they're gonna take game one still. We're gonna even it up. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And the Mavericks cannot freaking beat us. And we're gonna three-peat here with the Brooklyn Nets. Dude, this is great. I don't think I've three-peated in 2K. And I've did it with this Brooklyn Nets team. This is insane. This had to be one of the best rebuilds I've ever done. It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. This video's going on. This video's definitely going on. It's gonna be something you can't forget. It's definitely going to be a non-forgettable rebuild. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Do you guys think the Brooklyn Nets could have this type of a turnaround if they potentially do something like this? Who knows? I think so. But have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.